Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. How you doing today? Hopefully this is finding you well. It's a happy Monday for you all, right? Yes, well today is actually a Sunday for me. It's a beautiful day today. It's going to be 97 degrees. Oh my goodness. That's real hot here for the Pacific Northwest, especially Western Washington. Well, being that it was such a beautiful weekend and a beautiful day, I wanted to set up the tent to air it out a little bit, because the last time I went out with the tent was when my buddy Nate invited me out, and we had a blast. It was an awesome time. I did throw some Instagram pictures up, as well as I did that video of the rig walk around for my 2017 Nissan Titan to show everybody how it's turning out and what I've been doing with it the last almost 2 years now. Well, January 2021 will be 2 years in my Nissan Titan. Super happy with it. I'm very pleased. Still have a lot more work to do on it, and I'm going to take you all for a ride on that. But in the meantime, I wanted to set up my Guana, my Wanaka 3 here, air it out a little bit. It's nice to do that once in a while if you got good weather, you're not using your vehicle. Open it up, air it out. Heck, maybe even catch a nap. It's really quiet out here. Well, that video's not about that. I got something from Hi-Vis Overland. Now, many of you with rooftop tents, you might know that you got to level your vehicle out, or else you're going to sleep in the middle of the night and you're going to roll off to one side of the bed or roll into the person you're sleeping with. That's never any fun. Well, the other thing is when you level your truck out, sometimes the ladder doesn't always hit level ground. Now, sometimes one side is longer than, the ground slope, so one side of the ladder touches and the other side doesn't. Or other times, especially with ladders like this, you extend it all the way and you run out of holes and you still need more ground. So many of us take to being creative. We turn around and, oh, look at who I got there. I'm being video bombed there, but oh, chickens, I tell you. Some of us end up having to take either our recovery tracks or maybe those little square Lego type stacking blocks. Other people take brush, like logs or something like that, and put them underneath the legs of your ladder to make up for that difference. Well, I thought that wasn't very, well, first off, it's not very stable to use rocks and to do, wood and logs at some time. Other times you can just kind of dig the dirt out a little bit if you have the ability to do that still. But I got to thinking, you know what, there's a better way. So I started looking online and I found it. Okay, one of the things I want to touch on real quick is what I mean about everything I just said, and that is the ladders. There are two different style ladders. One is a telescoping ladder, meaning the ladder just, it basically closes and opens on itself, just like, like a telescope. So there's that one. Now, a lot of people don't like those because the little buttons on the rungs don't always lock into place. There's been people that have reported their kids or even themselves, as they climb up, they put their hands on the rung and are climbing up and down, and it comes and catches them on their hands. They're not very pleased about that. Other people talk about how the ladder itself gets grit and dirt inside there, and as you're opening and closing it, it starts to cause a lot of issues there. These ladders right here, they're just a two-piece system. They slide open and close just like this. On most all these ladders, there are 3 holes on either side of what we call the risers. The left and the right side of the ladder as you're looking at the ladder. There's 3 holes. As the ladder opens and closes, there's a knob with a pin that's got a spring tension underneath it, and they snap into one of those holes and it locks it into place. Once that's done, this ladder is not going anywhere. That's what's really cool about these. They're super simple and very secure. Well, these ladders do have a downfall, is that because they are just straight, the rungs are horizontal, the left and right risers are vertical, you only have 3 adjustment points. There are plenty of times I myself have been out camping and I run out of ladder, meaning I extend my ladder, I have it on the furthest down hole, which means that the ladder is the most extended it can get, and I still run out of ground. The ladder just swings back and forth like that. Now, part of it is because of the lift I have on my truck, but also it depends on the ground I'm on, because we don't always camp out on level surfaces. That's what the bonus is about a rooftop tent. You don't have to go out and rake everything. The downfall is you don't want to slope, you don't want to roll around the night and be smushed up against the side of your tent in the middle of the night, so we do what we can to level our vehicles. When we level our vehicles, it doesn't always work out well for the ladder. Now enter Hi-Vis. Okay, so we enter Hi-Vis. Now this Hi-Vis Overland came out with this idea, and it's super cool, super simple. If you ever heard the acronym KISS, Keep It Simple Stupid, Mike and Brad nailed it. I believe Mike was a friend of Brad, kind of came up with an idea to work on this ladder for the same reason I just mentioned. you're uneven ground, you're unlevelous, maybe you ran out of ladder and you still need to get in and out of your tent. Mike and Brad sat down one day over supper and did this and made these things, and this is the epitome of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. 2 parts. You got a retaining pin right here, and you have the ladder leg itself. Or I like to say maybe even the ladder foot, the boot. But what this is a piece that is all laser cut and designed. This back part was made to actually slide in and out of the back of the ladder, your pre-existing ladder. Again, you don't have to do anything to your pre-existing ladder. The top part slides right into the flat part here in a groove, locked in place, they won't fall off. Then you just put your cotter pin in there, however height. The ladder itself will sit on these pins to make that adjustment. It's that simple. Now they do have rubber feet on these. I do believe they did have one that was just steel itself. But at the time I opted for the rubber. They're screwed on here. It looks like you can replace these. You could even probably put something different on here because there's holes here and there's a screw and a nut right on here. Super simple. Once again, awesome idea, Mike and Brad. So basically what you're doing is you can leave the pin in, and then all you're gonna do is go ahead, you're gonna lean your ladder up like this, you're gonna slide it in place, just like that, and it sits like this. Now at some point, if you need to, your ladders, you want less of an angle or something like that, just go ahead and move the pin, drop the ladder through the leg a little bit, put the pin back in place, and there you go, you're ready to rock and roll. Really easy. Again, not a whole lot to show, not a whole lot of moving parts or components. The only thing I would probably say is maybe get yourself a few more of these. I know for a fact you can buy these things at Home Depot and Lowe's and Menards. And I just forgot the name. It's some kind of little cotter pin type thing. It's got a little ball bearing at the end of it. There's a spring in there. But you can get a bunch of these, throw them in your tool kit, throw them inside your glove box or something like that. So just in case you or someone that you're with, you'll lose one of these, just grab it in, stick it in there, that's it. Again, it's super simple. These are very inexpensive. And again, I like the idea of it being so simple and easy to operate. So once again, all you do is take it in here, set it up like this, line up the back and the front, just like so. What I think is really neat about these as well is there is another ladder extension. It looks exactly like the body of this ladder right here. It's about 2 feet in height, and it slides in and out just like it does here across the top track here. But it only has, it has 2 knobs on either side, but there's only 1 hole here. So that's gonna lead you to either have to drill a couple extra holes depending on how you want. But the other thing with that piece is, it doesn't allow you to adjust for uneven ground. Now some people are like, oh, I'm just gonna dig the ground underneath it, which is fine. That's a lot of the times of what I do. But I've been camping at a couple places where it's so rocky, I'm not gonna bother trying to dig through that. The ground is so hard, why bother? I got these now. Just drop the ladder, need a little adjustment, pull the pin, move it the way you want it, put the pin back in, and go on with my business. I don't have to hunt down logs, I don't have to hunt down rocks, I don't have to get the shovel to try to break out ground. Super simple. Again, KISS. But what's really nice about these two, I leave them on. Just go ahead, fold the slider back up again, stow it away. My cover fits over the top of these. Perfect. Again, Mike, Brad, great idea, man. So guys, thank you very much for everything. Hopefully you did catch that video I did the other day on the walk around with Trip. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the rooftop tent out. Maybe I'll even take a nap later. It is Sunday. Not too bad. Had a good weekend. I've been busy in the shop. Got a bunch of knives coming out too, and those videos will also be getting shared with you all here on the channel. So again, remember, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Keep me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. All the links down below, as usual, to Hi-Vis, Guana Equipment, offroadtents.com, and everybody that's supporting me, like Get Storganized, Dad Dare, Gung Ho Dogs, and so on. Till the next video, guys, you take it easy, have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye.